Designing learning studios for large classrooms starts with your space. Hi everybody, my name is Marcia and I'm going to walk you through today how to design your space for a classroom with 36 students. Yes, that is right. We have a lot of classrooms that I'm currently working with 36 students in their math, language arts, and even their social studies classroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to design a space for learning studios that can fit those number of students. So let's start out with the most important part, you. And we're going to set it up where the small group is at the front of the room. And in a small group, you want to make sure that you have enough space for 8 students. That's right, you're going to have a group of 8 students. Now, I know that doesn't sound like a small group to you yet, but go with the process and know that eventually you're going to be able to call back 3 students, 5 students. But starting out, start with just a space for 8 students. Next, when the students come into the classroom, think about having a space for their backpacks. This is really important. Have a drop zone. So when they come in, they drop their stuff and they're out of the way. When I'm designing studios, I think about how to set the students up for success, especially with 36 students. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a space for digital content. And my digital content is going to be right after the small group because I want to reinforce the skill that I just got done teaching. So they're going to watch it, they're going to practice it, they're going to see it again. So in my small group, I'm going over the skill, then they're going to practice it again. Did you see what I did here? I divided my room in half. So over here, we're going to have 4 students and we're going to have 4 students here. But really think about this. If you set it up so the students in this group are facing this way, I'll be able to see their screens from their small group, keeping them on task. The next studio that the students are going to go to is then they're going to practice the skill. So they're going to go to independent practice. An independent practice is where they are going to be doing, you ready for this? Yes. They're going to do 4 review questions that are tied to the standard that we're teaching, 2 new questions, and then 1 extended. The 4-2-1 process allows the students to practice skills, reinforce it, and try something new without getting frustrated. Again, this is just for the beginning, and as we grow into the studios, we can add in more that are tied to the standards, more problems that are tied to the standards. After the independent practice, again, 4 students will be here and 4 students will be here. After the independent practice, they're going to go to a collaboration studio where they're going to review practice with a partner, or they're going to create something that goes along with the standard up here as well. So there's going to be 4 students and 4 students. What's going to happen is the students will rotate from small group to digital content to independent practice to future ready, and then they'll travel down to the small group studio. Now I know what you're asking, but doesn't everybody have to start in the small group? No, they don't. If I set it up like this, students are going to get the content from me and from digital content. So my struggling students and or my middle low students can start in either one of these studios. My high flyers, put them in independent practice first. And then my students that are in the middle, start them in future ready because then they drop down to me in a small group. So this method works where we're rotating with a timer and they're going to practice through these different studios. Again, this side is going to rotate up and then they'll drop down to the small group. I really like this design in the beginning for the studios. Once we move at their own pace, place, and path, we can definitely redesign our space for that larger group to allow for more collaboration. All right, large classrooms start with the design process.